Character is motive. Motives are character. Character is motives. Character are motives, and motives are character. What is the reason why I'm telling you this? What is my motive? Character is the hidden quality that you need to discover, that we need to figure out, that we need to uncover through investigation as far as possible to figure out why we do what we do, why people do what they do. You see, if I say, give me a drink, you're going to assume the reason is I am thirsty, right? But what if I need the drink to throw it on a fire, so to speak? I know that's not the greatest example, but sometimes we need to ask the question why, and we may not get the correct answer because we're a bunch of liars, right? So, but think about character as the reason why things are the way they are in your life. Think about character as the hidden reason, the propulsion, the gas, the fuel, the power that has created your life. The results that you have, the results that are put upon you, or the results you can get on your own. It's the hidden thing. In the legal realm, with police and judges and lawyers, when there's a crime committed, the certain lawyers try to figure out what the motive was. What is the motive? What are the motives for the man that wants to kill the president that got caught? He didn't kill the president, for example, but what were his reasons? We have to determine a motive, and motives matter. Motives matter. Just like if somebody does a good deed, what's their motive? Why did they do that? Are they trying to bring honor and glory to themselves? Or are they trying to bring honor and glory to someone else more important than them? I don't know if you understand what I mean. Because some of us are just trying to look good. We're not really generous. We're just acting generous so we can get praise from men. That's not a good character vibe. That's not good vibes. You're just trying to get attention, to get self-recognition. And that's just not a good character vibe. It says in a wise book, let another man praise you. Don't praise yourself, and don't try to fabricate praise. Don't try to do things to get praise from men. It's just not a good attitude. But that's a subject for another talk and discussion. The question is character motives? Are character motives? Is the character vibe of peace a motive? Yes, it is. It is a reason why someone wants to come to an agreement. It is the hidden reason. The character trait of peace is the hidden, invisible, spiritual, intellectual, conceptual reason why someone wants to come to an agreement if they're truthful. And so character is motives. You can't even figure out your own motives, right? Same with me. I don't sit around thinking, why am I doing this? Why did I do that? And I don't constantly say, well, before I do this, what is the real reason why I want to do it? I just don't operate that way. Maybe you do. Maybe there's a few of you who do. But what I'm saying is you don't even know the reason why you do things sometimes because you're not thinking about character. You're not thinking about motives. You're not thinking about what's driving me to do this. What's compelling me to do this? My personality is making me do this means your character, your attitude, your character, your personality, and it is the reason why you do or do not do things in life. So if you're scared and afraid, which is not generally overall a good character trait, because people need to have courage, the opposite of that kind of fear. I'm not talking reverence and respect. I'm talking about being afraid to do something that you ought to do. That the other side of that fear is bravery and courage. And bravery and courage is a great character vibe. It's a great character attribute. And I believe all men should have bravery. That men especially are called to be brave. Men, women, and children, because it takes courage to do anything. But I believe especially men must have courage. That's one of the attributes they really need to be strong in and develop and demonstrate, because there are things that must be done that are good, that people need to do in their lives, to have it done for them, to have that kind of brave person around. So is character motives? Yes, it is. Are motives character? Yeah. And so the guy that murders somebody, unfortunately it happens. We can overcome that sorrow in time. We need to overcome that sorrow, but it's miserable, And but we need to determine why he killed somebody. So if it was premeditated, for example, did they plan it in advance? That's really bad. But it was a spur of the moment, instantaneous, where the guy just turned around and somebody was close to him and he pushed him away, and the guy fell and hit his head. And there's a video of it. So the guy had no plans. He was startled. He turned around and pushed the guy away, and the guy was old, and he didn't know. He thought he was being attacked. He didn't know what it was, and the guy fell over and hit his head on the cement curb, and he eventually died. That's totally different. That has a totally different weight of justice to it. It may not have any. But the guy who planned to kill somebody, this is a big problem. This is like mucho guilty. All right. So think about your own things that you've done or not done. Why is that so? What's the motive? What's the character trait that caused you to do that or prevented you from doing that? Think about that, because motives are critically important to understanding yourself, your friends, your family, your spouse, your boss, your coworkers. It's critical to understand in judging bad behavior, in judging good behavior. It is critical to ask why, even if you don't ask the question, to look for facts, not opinions, but for evidence, not guesses. All right, not I think, but this is the truth. This is accurate. This is actually what happened. I saw it. I was a witness, or here's the computer records of it, or whatever. Here's a picture of it. Here's a video, not an AI video, not a generated video. So character is motives, motives is character. Isn't that wonderful to know? Now you'll be able to figure out better, understand yourself, why you do or do not do things, and you can determine which character trait you need to help you to do or not do something, and you can pursue that character trait, and you'll be a better judge of other people in your life. So when your child comes running in the house and slams the door and runs straight to the bathroom, straight to his bedroom, you're like freaking out. What's going on? Why did you do that? What's your problem? Get over here. You're in trouble. You're not supposed to slam the door. But Dad, there was this guy chasing me, man. I'm scared. Oh, okay. His reason is he's afraid somebody's going to get him. You thought he's just doing that stupid thing again and slamming the door. No, he wasn't. Sometimes you've got to find out why somebody did something. Even though it seems offensive at the time, you have to figure out why. You cannot prejudge them. You can't just guess and think you know why. You don't know why, because motives are hidden. For example, why was the gospel written? Why is there the gospel of Jesus Christ? Do you even know why? What character trait motivated God to provide us with the gospel of his son? Do you know what it is? If you know what it is, you're on the right track. And that's the subject of another video, another talk. Why do we have the gospel? What's the hidden reason? What's the one character trait that caused it all to happen? That's the fuel, that's the motivation. What's the hidden character trait of God that caused that to happen? Think about it. But character is motives. Motives, God has character. He has reasons why he does stuff. You have reasons. People have reasons. The government has reasons and all this stuff. This is going to help you and me be a better judge of character.